I'm Lauren Baker. Thank you for joining us. As Michigan's first early in-person voting period began this weekend, we're starting to get some first-day numbers from our local area. 13 On Your Side political reporter Josh Albertus joins us now to break down those numbers and what officials are saying. Josh.
Well, Lauren, we've been getting some of those first day numbers in from some sites in our area. Let's take a look at a couple of them just off the bat. In Ottawa County, you can see here the clerk tells me that they have had 161 people use those voting sites as of yesterday. In neighboring Kent County, we are seeing a little bit more just because Kent County is more populous. 443 people used their sites yesterday. Now, with it being the first day, a weekend, and a primary election, having just a few hundred isn't entirely surprising. There are still more days to go. It's a new system, but workers and officials have been out in force this past week to make sure people have all the information they need to be ready to vote early in person in any of these elections now or in the future. Now, this was a totally new system for many places since this is the first time in-person early voting is mandated statewide, so many clerks weren't entirely sure what to expect. Ottawa County's clerk said they were glad to see the turnout they did and will be watching very closely, collecting data over the next week to establish some baseline trends for the rest of this busy year.
As we look at trends and data from other states, what we typically see is that turnout in early voting periods is higher during the last couple of days of early voting. So, in our case, it'd be on that eighth and ninth day. We would anticipate probably seeing more people than what we had seen in previous days. All really good data for us to be collecting right now as we're preparing for how we need to plan for the next couple of major elections that we have.
Now, of course, early votes aren't the only votes that are being sent in up to this point. As of today, Ottawa County has also had almost 25,000 absentee ballots returned for this primary. That's out of just over 40,000 absentee ballots that were sent out altogether. Now, early voting is set to end next Sunday. Until then, early voting sites are required to remain open every day for at least 8 hours each day. To find out where your early voting site is, you can visit the Secretary of State's early in-person voting website. Lauren.